So welcome guys, my name is Fazan Ibrahim and for the past 5 months I've been looking up to how to implement AI into whatever I'm doing. And I realized that the last video I made last month about how to use AI for writing really did well and people were really interested in it. So I thought of bringing in a more updated one. And for this updated one, we are going to cover concepts like writing with AI, copying content with AI the right way, and then making sure that your content does not sound AI. So, first of all, I'm going to start with the first one, writing content with AI. Most of us make the mistake of thinking that you can outsource every writing to AI. Meanwhile, writing with AI contains some detailed framework that you need to understand. Every writing that someone has written contains a tone, a structure, an approach, and a style. Anyone who doesn't understand this, I'm going to explain this into practical way. So when you take this content, for instance, this content has a tone, it has a structure in which it is being written, and then it has an approach. So when you look at this content, you could see from this that this content is fully written with AI and the person did not put much time into tweaking it. We can see emojis here, we can see the dashes here. And you could see over here that this same content did not do well. Why? Because the algorithm does not like inauthentic content. But if you use AI to write content, that doesn't mean it's inauthentic. No. There are key main processes you have to go through. I would like to show you what I did for my project. So when I open up my content writing project dashboard, you could see that over here I've defined important information that I need for the writing. Firstly, I have a brand voice. So the brand voice is how I want people to perceive me, right? How does my content influence people? What would they remember about the what I said in the next 3 months? What would they remember? And we almost do the wrong mistake of not going through these patterns, and we just think that this AI is because it's an AI, it should have general intelligence, it should know literally like everything that you want it to do. But this is wrong. And that is why I want to break down into details and I'm going to explain something we call context profile. So over here you could see that I created this is a list of plenty words. Don't mind, you don't need to understand it. So this is a context profile. Take your Facebook account for instance. Your Facebook account contains your name, your age, your profile picture. So this is how this also works. This profile is I named it my brand voice, right? And it contains every details that I need to work with my brand. So the how my brand is supposed to approach people, the tone, you can see right here, the tone, the style, the personality traits, and everything. And then I also have the audience psychology, right? So what do I think that my audience really need? What are their vocabularies like? What words trigger them emotionally? And I also put them up here as a profile. So giving this giving these LLMs profiles make them have a lens to look through and understand what you really mean. But when you don't give the LLM this profile, they tend to come up with anything that they think makes sense, right? And this is going to be a very hard thing for you, and you are going to be find yourself trying to tweak it until it becomes better. And you won't survive this because it's going to take a lot of time. That's why you have to learn about how to implement context profile. If you don't know what context profile is, you can just go to ChatGPT, just have a chat with it. Let it tell you what context profiles are. Tell it to like create a context profile for just your Facebook account. You can use that one as an example to understand. And then later on, you can tell it to create a context profile for your brand voice, right? So I think that's all for creating context profiles. And the reason why you need to create context profile is because you need that to be able to write better content, meaningful content. And another problem is the reason why your content written with AI will always sound AI is because you are not utilizing the human nature. So human, for instance, we are very lazy. We like to write. We like to write in contractions. We like to write short text type. But AI is being trained on like general data around the web. Definitely, there are people who are bad at writing, and all those data sets have been used to train the AI. So if you tell AI to write for you, you are just it's going to pick up those content and write for you, which is not going to perform. With a context profile, you are able to clear off that noise and then get a lens for it, which the AI is going to perform better. Another feature in Claude is this Claude. We have styles. When you look at the styles, for instance, there are many styles that you can use. I'll choose the natural style that I manually created this style, the natural voice style. So when I try to edit it manually, you will see that I define how the style should look, right? So it should use contractions, occasional arguments, and so one other problem that people face is writing with AI is you are going to find this type of tone whereby the AI sounds like it's not just um, it's not just it's not just a fight. It's this. It's not just this. It's this. So that kind of contrast that it gets, it's it's a detector. It just like signals out that your content is fully written with AI, and that means that people are not going to like get the value out of it. And so I added those contrasts as like a negative, which means when I'm writing, it shouldn't include that. It should use a different way instead. So you are going to find out that most of the writing style that I chose was contractions, which is you are. So that means like it makes it feel human. So someone who is reading it feels like they are speaking to a real human being. So I'm going to print out content, for instance. You could see that this content is fully written with ChatGPT. The person did not even take time to care about like what message they are trying to pass on to the audience. So this, for instance, if I see this, I'll pass away. The only reason why this person will get likes is because maybe, just say maybe they have someone they really know, a friend or something, they'll like for you. But many people are not going to interact with this. Why? Because it gives no message. It's just written with ChatGPT. How do you expect me to read something you wrote with ChatGPT? Did you put like plan in it? Did you understand what you're writing? And over here, I'm going to show another content which is written with ChatGPT, but it's also more useful. So this, for instance, this was fully written with ChatGPT, right? If you want to write content like this and you don't know how to do it, it's just simple. Just copy it and then go to ChatGPT and then you tell it to give me the exact tone, structure, approach of this content. You paste the content here, and ChatGPT is going to give you everything you need to know about it. So it's going to give you everything, the tone, the structure. So you see, so this makes you develop simple framework that people apply in like generating content with AI. So imagine, let's say I just want to do a different version of it. I'm going to tell it that instead of saying how to train for job interviews with AI, I'm just going to say maybe write write another for me based on this data for how to save time with Claude. So that it's going to mimic the same writing style and then come up with what we need. So you see, we have this post ready. So what we did was we did not just copy the content. We went on to understand like the underlying principles that went through. So for in a more advanced way, this is a GPT that has been trained constantly over viral content. And how this works is just like the content has been compiled into a PDF or anything else, and then they just uploaded it. So what it does is when you prompt it to write content for you, it goes into that PDF and then fetches the most viral performing one that will work for you, and then it comes back and then regenerate to fill the rest up, because all the LLM does is predict. So that is how come people are able to generate content that does not sound with AI, and then also brings in like engagement and then customers. So whenever you feel like you want to copy content or write with AI, these are the core frameworks that you need to understand. You need to understand that your writing must embody a tone, a structure, an approach, and a style. And all these things we are talking about, you can simplify it into a context profile. A context profile. What did you say a context profile is? It's just a snapshot of your whole brand information, your voice, how you want it to look, right? So, for instance, this is what I mostly use to write my tweet. So let's just say I have a tweet idea like how to how to write content with Claude AI, or just let's just say some random thought. Write a tweet for me on how to create images with nano banana. So when I fire this up, it's going to create a tweet based on the data that I used. And funny how this just comes up with, I was building something with Nano Banana Pro today and realized most don't know you can generate images with it. Here is exactly how to do it. So you could see that this example, this type of content stands out from the people who are using AI in like, hey, generate this for me, generate this for me. So it's just like a prediction machine. Once you think of it as a general intelligence thing, you're always going to fail. You have to think of it as a prediction machine. And it will only work well for you when you feed it enough context. So to conclude, guys, I'm going to share everything I talk about the context profiles and everything you need to do about writing. And if you find this very difficult, if you are someone who really wants to save time and then um, set up this kind of workflows that work for you 247. You don't need to have willpower to write every day, right? I'll set up all this for you, so you can just um, DM me in the comments, or just get in touch with me, right? So that's all I wanted to share for you guys. Thank you.